a Slim Goodbody production.
Life Skills 101, a class that's great for everyone. So take a seat, we've just begun our Life Skills 101. Life Skills 101.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Mrs. Peterson.
Today, I want to talk with you about speaking up for what you want, think, or feel. Yes, Peter?
Speaking up? Do you mean like this?
Not exactly, Peter. When I said speaking up, I didn't mean speaking louder. I meant saying what's on your mind and standing up for your beliefs. Let me put it another way. I want to talk with you today about ways to express your thoughts and feelings to someone else in an open and direct way that will get them to listen to what you have to say.
But that's easy, isn't it? I mean, you can just say something like, I feel happy to see you. People will listen to that, right?
That's true, Rudy, sometimes. But what happens if you're feeling really upset with someone else? Or you don't agree with what they're saying? Or they won't listen to what you have to say? Then it might be harder to express yourself.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay, because I have a video here from Slim Goodbody who will explain more about it.
Yay!
Sometimes it is no big deal saying what you want or feel, especially when your friends agree with what you have to say. But then there are other times when it's not as easy to speak your mind, 'cause others have another view, don't think or feel your way. Now, all of us, kids and grown-ups alike, sometimes face situations in life when people don't agree with us. And then it may be difficult to clearly express what you want, think, or feel. Now, usually this happens when we ourselves are feeling upset, or when we think others might be upset with us. For example, telling a friend that he's hurt your feelings, or telling a friend that you're angry with her. But holding back and keeping feelings locked inside can cause you to become frustrated, tense, and stressed out. And that isn't healthy for your mind or body. So even though it may not be easy, it's usually much healthier to communicate what you want, think, or feel. But if the other person won't listen to you because he or she gets angry or defensive, then you'll probably end up more frustrated than you were to begin with. So what can you do? Well, there are communication skills you can learn, steps you can take that will help you to get someone else to listen to what you're saying. Now, I'll list these steps and then we'll go through them one at a time. Step number 1, think before you speak. Step number 2, don't play the blame game. Step number 3, give a reason. In order to see how these steps work, imagine with me the following situation. Suppose there was a guy named Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And Matt was really looking forward to going over to his friend Luke's house after school.
Hi, I'm Luke.
But for some reason at the last minute, Matt found out Luke had invited someone else instead.
Me, Emma.
Okay, what is Matt going to do? Now, if he doesn't use good communication skills and know the steps to take, he might say something that he'd regret and that would make the situation worse. For example,
I hate you. You're stupid. I never want to see you again. I don't want to be friends anymore.
but if Matt begins with step number 1, think before you speak, and he thinks before speaking to Luke, he can figure out what he wants or doesn't want to happen, like this.
I know I'm really upset. I don't like what Luke did, and I want to tell him, but I don't want to get him mad at me. If we fight, he might never invite me over again, and I like playing at his house.
By taking time to think, Matt has figured out some very important things. He's discovered that he's upset, he realizes he wants to tell Luke how he feels, and he also understands that he wants to be friends with Luke and doesn't want to fight. Now he can move on to step 2. Don't play the blame game. What's the blame game? Well, that's when you blame someone else for what's wrong and don't take any responsibility for your own feelings. Blaming usually starts off with the word you at the beginning of the sentence. For example, you did this to me, or you caused that to happen. But when you cast blame on someone else, guess what? The other person will usually get angry or defensive and they won't want to listen to you. Suppose Matt played the blame game and started off with the you sentence.
You always mess things up.
Do you think Luke would be able to calmly listen and talk about the problem? Or would he start blaming right back like this?
You're the one who's wrong. It's your fault.
Oh yeah? You're a lousy friend.
Who needs you?
See, instead of listening, most people fight back when they feel blamed. But there's a pretty easy way to stop playing the blame game, and that's to start off a sentence with the word I instead of the word you. Like, I think, or I feel, or I want, or I need. Now, for example, Matt could say,
I feel upset when friends say they're gonna invite me over and they don't.
That sounds a lot different because there's no blame. Matt's I statement is about how he himself feels. It's not about blaming Luke for something. And now Luke is more likely to listen and say something like,
What do you mean, Matt?
once the friends are communicating instead of fighting and blaming, Matt can move on to step number 3, give a reason.
I feel upset when friends say they're going to invite me over and don't because I'm left out of the fun.
Once Luke understands why Matt thinks and feels as he does, he's much more likely to listen and work with Matt to fix the problem and find a solution.
I understand how you feel. I forgot we had a play date. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Would you like to come over anyway?
Thanks.
So remember the 3 steps. Step number 1, think before you speak. Step number 2, don't play the blame game. Step number 3, give a reason.
For the next class, I want you to make a report on some of the communication skills you learned today. Well, who wants to go first?
Me. I do.
Okay, how about you, Carla and Peter?
We made up a show called The Blame Game to play with the class.
That sounds like fun. Let the game begin.
Okay, everyone. Welcome to the Blame Game. Let's meet our contestants. Can you tell us something about yourself?
My name is Tanya, and I love to play sports.
I'm Eddie, and I like to hunt for worms.
Okay, Peter, let's hear the rules of the game.
Okay, Carla. We'll give the contestants a situation and a possible blame statement that comes out of it. Their job is to come up with an I statement instead. Whoever does it fastest wins the round.
Okay, here's the first situation. A group of friends is making fun of you because of a hat you're wearing. Instead of saying a blame statement like this,
You're all mean and you don't know what you're talking about.
what could you say?
I feel sad when friends make fun of me.
Excellent answer. You didn't blame at all. Okay, here's the next situation. You're mad at a teacher for giving you a poor grade on a test. Instead of saying,
You gave me a lower grade than I deserved.
what might you say?
I don't understand what I did wrong. Can you show me?
Excellent. The score is tied, and now we come to the final situation. Pretend you're a parent coming into your kid's messy room. Instead of saying,
You always make a mess.
what could you say? Well, you both buzzed at the same time, so let's hear both of your answers.
I feel good when I see a room that's neat.
I feel frustrated when people don't clean up their rooms.
Those are both good answers. And so, the score is still tied. Now it's time for the tiebreaker. Give the reason for the feeling. Remember, it helps to give a reason explaining why you think or feel as you do.
I feel frustrated when people don't clean up their rooms because I end up having to do it when I get home.
Great job, both of you. Shake hands. And thanks for playing the Blame Game.
fun, fun. Discovering what can be done that's good for you and me. Life Skills 101, a class that's great for